So, what was happening in the world at this time, specifically the Roman Empire? And this is where it is really helpful to understand the context in which the readers were receiving the letter from Peter. These people were suffering. I said earlier that they were disheartened because of the arrest of Paul, but they were also themselves suffering. Now, there was a time in the early days of Christianity, after the resurrection and ascension of Jesus, that Christianity was actually considered to be a sect within Judaism. Christians were still meeting in the temple. They had the protections that were extended to Judaism. It was not an illegal religion at that point in time. But as time went on, Christians began to be viewed as a threat to public order, as a threat to unity. And of course, the Roman Empire was not going to tolerate any dissent, any hint of disorder or chaos in their ranks. They used to brutally suppress any dissent. What made things really problematic for Christians is that they were not living by the values of the culture around them. Roman values and Roman culture was very different. Christians, on the other hand, had very lofty ideas about God, about Jesus Christ, his son, about human dignity, about how women and children were to be treated, about rich and poor, about societal inequality, about brothers living together across socioeconomic divides. All of these things were alien concepts to the Roman culture in which they lived. So there was growing resentment toward the Christians. Besides, Christians did not worship Roman gods. The Romans had a pantheon of gods, and these were gods that were added to their collection from many of the cultures that they had conquered, including the Greek gods. Of course, the Romans had renamed those gods. They had Roman versions of those gods. So the Christians did not burn incense to these gods. They did not perform any rites honoring these gods. And they refused to see the emperor as God.